you strike me, mate, as a I've kind of, I feel like I've gained so much wisdom listening to you, but you strike me as a guy who is very well-rounded, very got everything, all the shit in one sock. You know, you said about you being on this self-help journey. Do you find when it comes to, we spoke about it, I know in the past and off the mic, kind of things like, you know, anxiety, depression, and but that kind of feeling of having it all together. Do you feel like you've got it all together, or is that something that way you? It is.
Yeah, I feel like it's work in progress. I think it's a battle. I think I'm in. I've had bad anxiety in my 20s. I lived with it all in my 30s. I think a lot of people just don't take self-awareness seriously, and I do. And more latterly, I've took it more serious, and it's helping. So I'm definitely not somebody who's got it together. Definitely not.
You do come across as someone though, mate, who like not like in a way that, wow, you are super happy, super successful, and you might be all those things, but just as a mate chatting to you, you seem to kind of know enough about most things to be, he's quite well rounded.
I've tried to learn, I've tried to educate myself. It's like I had a panic attack once, and if you have a panic attack, if you've ever had one, it's the fucking worst feeling in the world. Like you just feel like you're dying, and it's a terrible, terrible thing to happen to you. But actually, if you read up about a panic attack, you realise that a panic attack is your body saving you. It's not the other way around. When you're in it, you think, I'm going to have a heart attack, I'm passing out, am I going to wake up? It's a real panic. But actually what the body's doing is going, I've probably give you a headache for 3 weeks now. You've ignored the headache. I've given you palpitations. You've ignored them. You've changed nothing about your lifestyle. You're still burning the candle at both ends. You're still not drinking 2 litres of water. You're still getting up at 4:30 in the morning. You're still having eight coffees a day. I'm fucking taking control. And so a panic attack it was interesting when I read about it and started to watch videos and listen to it, is actually something where the body's saying, enough's enough now. I'm going to take control of the situation. I've given you enough hints. You've done fuck all about it. I'm sorting this for you. Ever since I learnt that, I've never had a panic attack. Because when I maybe have got, heart beating fast or a beating chest, or I felt I'm feeling a bit dizzy here, I start to not get myself to think, oh no, I hope I'm not going to have a panic attack. I hope I'm not. Before you know it, you're in the middle of a panic attack. Whereas now I think, well, do you know what? First of all, I listen to the signals. I listen to the signs, and I live a lifestyle. But second of all, I don't panic myself and force myself into a panic attack. I've learnt about it. But so I think you've just got to educate yourself.
I think that's becoming more and more mainstream now, isn't it? This kind of the meditation and the self-help, and now which is great to see. And obviously, you said about the boxing, keeping yourself fit, healthy body, healthy mind. I think so important as well. It's
massive. It's a tough one with mental health, because I have had anxiety, and I'll speak about it all day long. I don't have any problem with talking about having panic attacks and anxiety in the past, and living with anxiety for years. I've lost my train of thought now. Where was I going?
Funny enough, while you think, actually,
go on.
Just on that panic attack, I think I've said before, like I remember the first ever attack, like I used to get them a fair bit, but not really, sort of occasionally sometimes, but I know exactly what you mean. And funny enough, on my old podcast, I had a guy on who talks about anxiety and the reasons behind it and everything. And the first ever time I ever had a panic attack was in Kuala Lumpur. I was waiting for a friend, completely nothing on my mind at all, and I could feel like real tension in the left hand side. And I thought, fucking hell, am I this was the time I was smoking as well, so I thought, fuck, I'm actually having a full-blown heart attack. Like literally started sweating like that. I thought I needed to went completely white. I thought, but it's and sometimes you do feel them coming back. You do feel that little thing there, and you think,
I used to just think, please don't. I used to just think, please don't. Do you know what I mean? But
my MD as well had. My dad actually gets them really bad as well. My MD was just in a meeting one time, and he thought, "Fuck, like this is the end.
Yeah. This is it."
You do think it's the end. You just think you're going to have a heart attack and die.
I've never had one, I don't think I. Well, I'd know.
You would know if you've had one. So I mean, I'm trying to think.
And that the worry for me after that is that, does it then disguise something that is actually a problem? So you might be thinking you're actually, I'm this is a panic attack, even though at the time you're not thinking, oh, it's only a panic attack.
Yeah.
But like, is it hiding something that is...
Agreed.
But I'm guessing that makes you then more panic.
Of course it does. That's exactly what it does. And then you're in a vicious circle of having them.
Yeah.
And that's how it used to be.
So did you change your diet then? Or what was
I tell you what I do. So there's things that I do straight away. The first thing is no alcohol, no coffee. I drink 2 litres of water a day. I make sure I train every day, but I pretty much do anyway. I meditate. I cut out refined sugar. I don't eat any chocolate, blah, blah, any crappy bread. I get rid of it. I try to just take in as little toxins as what I can.
Is this on a normal day-to-day basis?
No, that's it. I mean, I monitor all them. Like I said before, every day I won't have caffeine after a certain time and that kind of stuff. But so most of them I do sporadically. But if I do feel like, wow, I'm really tense at the moment, I'll just kick all of them in because it's just too bad. But it's interesting with mental health because I used to have mental health or anxiety issues. I think, what are you anxious about? That's the worst part. I'd be sat there going, I was only anxious when things were going wrong. In the end, actually, I used to get more anxious when things were going right and I had time to think. When things were going bad, you just get on with it.
Yeah, just in the.
It seems so alien to think that, though.
And it does, but that's how it is. I used to go on holiday and be like, fucking stressed out. And I'd be like, I'm anxious, and I'd be shaky, and it'd be like seeing like blurred vision when I'm on holiday. But it's because you've kind of letting your body have the time, or you're letting your mind have the time to wander. When your mind's full, It's when you let, it's when your mind's got time to take itself into places you don't want it to go to. That's when the problem is.
Yeah, it grows like a weed, really, doesn't it?
It is. But